J100K, and today we got to talk about Fisker. We got a whole bunch of drama to talk about, and we got Dane on the line today. How you doing, Dane?
Good, bud. Good to see you.
All right. So this video is going to be all about us gloating, saying we told you so. The first,
Well,
I told you so.
I think you told me so. It wasn't that. It was like last week. You were saying,
No,
"Hey, this
not
is
you,
all
but I mean
good.
the audience.
What's Nissan doing?" And then,
Yeah.
and then now this didn't take any time at all.
So the first one of the viewers asked Dane, what is the best hybrid to get?
Yep.
And Dane said it was the RAV4.
Yep.
And I found a RAV4 with it's a 2020. It has got like 470,000 miles on.
Holy cow! That's
I
impressive.
made a whole video about it because it was the article on Reddit.
That's crazy. Since
So
we
yeah,
talked
and it's the
about
same
that,
original engine, battery, and transmission. And man, that's baller status. And Dane called it. So everybody say Dane knows what you're talking. Dane, you know what you're talking about.
I tried, man. Title's on the game.
This Fisker, we're going to look at some of the problems in this Fisker. Let's look at this article from Carscoops. And let's see. Let's talk about this real quick. The Wall Street Journal reported that the EV startup has hired advisors to assist with possible bankruptcy amid doubts about their ability to continue as a going concern. Oh, storm clouds gathering over Fisker.
Yeah.
Electric vehicle startup has purportedly enlisted restructuring advisors to explore the possibility of filing for bankruptcy. Lackluster demand for the Ocean, and this is not looking good, Dane. What is going on?
Yeah. Well, to be honest, this is the first time I'm seeing it. And until that friend of mine that has an Ocean bought one, I didn't even know Fisker was still making cars. So their marketing department sucks. I mean, everybody, you can ask anybody walking down the street what a Tesla is. Everybody knows what a Tesla is, but who knows what a Fisker is?
I don't know, just me and you apparently.
Right, exactly. Not many people even know what a Fisker is, or even that's a viable option for an EV, and they're not cheap either.
No, they ain't cheap.
No.
What else happened with this is somebody did a video review about the Fisker Ocean, and it got like millions of hits, and this is not good. Let me bring up this article.
Uh-oh.
All right, this is from Carscoops. All the links to these articles are in the description if you want to read the whole thing. But anyway, scathing Fisker Ocean review exposes how it's rushing to put out the fire. So a Fisker employee apparently called someone who lent his SUV to this YouTuber, and he did a bad review. So the guy at Fisker said, "Can I pull your fingernail out as part of an inquisition?" So I listened to the call, and we're going to listen to some of it. Like, to be honest, it didn't sound like he was serious. Like, he said it in a joking way. So
Gotcha.
that's kind of something you can't see from just reading it. But so yeah, here we go. Fisker, like any automotive startup, is facing an uphill battle, and things have only worsened after a recent review from Marquise Brownlee, also known as the face behind MKBHD YouTube channel. Now, a recorded call from a Fisker employee to a dealer who lent Brownlee the car is going just as viral as the original review. Both provide insight into the company's operations and demonstrate its effort to manage the bad press.
Yeah. So what was this guy's beef with the car?
All right, so I made some notes about his video. We're not going to watch his whole video, but I made some notes. And it's for newer cars, right? It seems like most of the review is now on the software that drives the car. Like, it doesn't maybe seem like a big deal to us, like who are used to driving older cars before they had all this software, but to like the newer generation, like bad software is going to make them hate the car. He said, like, on the steering wheel, there are some buttons, right? But the buttons are a little bit too close to your hands. So when you turn, you accidentally hit the button a lot of time, and the button is for like to skip to the next song.
Mm-hmm.
So like to us, it might not seem like a big deal. Like, look, it's not a brakes problem or it's not like noises, but to newer generation guys, like this is a big deal.
Yeah. So it comes down to ergonomics. Was this big beef? Sounds like then.
Well, that's just one of them. It gets worse.
Oh,
It gets worse.
okay. God. You're just prepping it. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, he said that there are lots of error
Mm-hmm.
messages whenever he starts the car. There's like what do you say? There's like, oh, this system doesn't work. That system error. The error, like every time it come on, is a whole bunch of errors.
It's like a 20-year-old BMW.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Something like
Christmas
that.
tree
So,
comes on the dash every time you start it up. Lights
yeah.
everywhere. Yeah.
And then he said the Bluetooth keeps losing connection and gaining connection while he drives. Now that would be real annoying if it was
Yeah,
my
it
car.
is. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you got your Bluetooth hooked up, you listen to the music or you listen to YouTube, and then it just unhooks, and then because you can't really pair it while you're driving. So
Exactly. I'm already texting somebody when I'm driving. Now I got to figure out how to fix my Bluetooth. This is just getting
yeah,
dangerous.
yeah. You texting, you're eating some Mickey D's, you're doing all kind of stuff. You're gonna have time to deal with
Yep.
Bluetooth.
Yelling at the kids in the back of the car. I cannot deal with all that and my Bluetooth disconnecting at the same time.
Yeah. So then he also said the driver attention, like you remember we talked about like some cars have something to where they're making sure you're paying attention, and if you're
Y-
not, they'll start beeping and annoying you with messages to pay attention.
Yep.
He says that keeps happening.
Oh, so it needs more tuning probably.
It needs something. It needs a whole bunch of something apparently.
Yeah.
And then he says when he goes to get in the car, like the proximity sensors don't want to work. Like it's supposed to like open the doors as soon as you get close.
Oh, right.
But as soon as like he gets close, and sometime it works, sometime it doesn't. The key fob, sometime it works, sometime it doesn't. Like it works whenever it wants to. It's a big pain in the butt.
Do you do any research onto who's doing a lot of their software? Are they doing it in-house or is that something that they're outsourcing?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that might not be something I could figure out really, but
Yeah.
it might be different systems too. Like maybe they program one system and then another system is by somebody else. That might be part of the problem.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense from kind of what we know from being on the inside is they probably have different suppliers for a handful of these different systems, and they got to figure out how to marry them all together. And
Yeah.
sometimes things don't want to talk. And yeah, if you rush that stuff or, sometimes there's just deadlines like, hey, this is our release date. And, engineers can say, we need more time. We need more time. We got to fix it. Tough. We got to sell it. And then out it goes. And they know it's not right. And like,
Yeah.
we'll fix it when it comes back for warranty. And they move forward. And it sounds like that's what happened here.
Yeah, so let's bring up at least we could see some of his review. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
This is his actual video, and his channel is called AutoFocus. I'll go ahead and put a link to his channel in the description in case you want to see this. So yeah, the title is as Dana looked at said, "This is the worst car I've ever reviewed."
Yeah, that's gonna get some clicks.
Yeah, so I mean, on YouTube, people they put stuff to really catch your attention and make you want to click on the video. So this may be a little overstated, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe from his perspective, it is really bad because newer car reviewers they are looking for this software. This is a big deal to them. So let's see a little clip of what his video says.
Big physical touch areas, which is usually the opposite of the complaint that I have of hard to press buttons. But when you're turning the steering wheel, you can actually accidentally press these buttons. This one doesn't do much if you're not in cruise control, but this one will literally restart the song you're playing. But then, of course, there's all the rest of the software in this car, which, to be totally honest, is a mess.
All right, so you see what I'm saying? He's saying that everything is a whole bunch of error messages.
And I don't, first of all, I don't think I've started this car one time and not gotten some error on this screen behind me, whether it's just one of the steering systems or the braking systems or the cameras failing or the ADAS system not starting up. Weird.
Things are not working the way they're supposed to. And this is a brand new car. What do you think, Dane?
Yeah, that sucks. I'd be pissed if I was having all those problems. And now that I see the video, I see what he means about the buttons on the steering wheel. Like the buttons are right on the wheel. Like you're gonna hit it. You know, I've got, I've got a couple of vehicles with, buttons in the steering wheel for adjusting the radio and the cruise, but they're like behind, or they're like more in the middle where you have to reach with your thumbs to kind of get to them. That's actually part of the wheel. Like, yeah, no kidding, you're going to bump that thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So some people in the comments, it seems like people in the comments are divided. Like on the Carscoops article, people were saying, why should you review this car when it doesn't have the most recent software update? And, that wasn't fair. And they're saying this guy, he used to review cell phones or something like that, and he just started reviewing cars. I think that's maybe a little unfair. Just because he hasn't been doing this a while doesn't mean that his opinions aren't valid or that his concerns should not be addressed. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm with you. And then like people that are super into cars might not get that, that crossover from cell phone reviewer to this. This car is a cell phone. It just takes you down the road. It's got all the same features and buttons and widgets and doodads. And a friend of mine that has a Tesla, he's had one for 8 years now, maybe even longer, maybe closer to 10 years. But regardless, he's not a car guy, but he likes technology. And so he bought the car purely for that. So it's something that he can plug in and he can play with, and he can see the most recent updates, and it's exciting for him. So I can see the crossover there. So yeah, but if this guy who's, let's not call him a car guy, right? He's, just a normal everyday person. Well, if he's having an issue with it, so would any other normal everyday person.
Yeah.
So,
I think he also mentioned the car has like a solar roof, and he said that there's nowhere in the display or anything for him to know how many miles per charge he's gaining from the solar roof being on there. And just kind of knowing about solar roofs, I know maybe they didn't put that on there on purpose, because solar roofs in general do not give you that much range at all. I mean, they're not that efficient.
That'd be my guess too. It's just, if you were actually monitoring it, watching it, you'd be like, well, why is it not doing anything?
Yeah. They'd be like, 1 mile, that's it. Why did I pay so much for this?
Over the last 30 minutes, I gained 1 mile, maybe.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what I think about that. And in his comments, people are saying, they're agreeing with him usually. So sometimes it's kind of hard to see in the comments, but I did find the actual call where the guy from Fisker called the guy who gave this guy his car. So let's look at that real quick.
George, how are you, sir?
Good. Who's this?
My name's Russ Whitlow. I work for Fisker.
Oh, okay. How can I help you?
Well, can I pull your fingernails out as part of an inquisition? I've got to ask you a couple of questions if you don't mind.
All right, yeah, so that's the part I was telling you. Like, it did seem like he was joking, so I don't think that was kind of serious.
Sounds like he's getting ready to try and save his job.
Exactly. So let me go to the next part. Let me see. So the thing they were talking about was the software update. And apparently there are several software updates before even the one that they wanted the reviewer to have. So they sent out a technician already to this guy. See, this guy actually owns the car. So they sent a technician out to update the software already. And this is what happened.
Because I was about to completely redeploy to go out and fix this car for him and update all the software.
It's my car. If you want to come and update all the software, that's fine. You guys have already sent someone out to us before.
Yeah, no, Jordan, no, ignore him.
Nothing ever happens. Never fixed it.
That's why I'm coming out. One of the senior field service engineers.
All right, so I gotta say, they already sent somebody out with a software update, and apparently it didn't work, and now the guy is going to come out there himself to do it.
Yeah, that guy didn't hit press the download button right, so I need to do it.
I don't know. I don't know what happened, but that doesn't sound like he's very confident. And you know what is funny? This guy is the senior service engineer, and I told you I interviewed for a job there, and it wasn't senior, but it was a service engineer job. So this could have been me making this call.
You
If
could have
they
been
hired
eating
me, and I'm
curl.
so glad that the interview was terrible and they didn't hire me, and I wouldn't have accepted the position anyway.
Yeah. Oh man, that sounds like a mess.
Yeah, so like I say, I'll tell you about the interview once they officially go bankrupt and they can't sue me.
Yeah, they're out of business. Nobody buys them.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like the bankruptcy is coming. I know Nissan had talked about buying at least, I think, this car or this vehicle, but hopefully they have reconsidered after all this information has come out. And I heard that they might be teaming up with Honda instead, which is a way
What?
better pick in my opinion.
What? Oh, after seeing this and hearing that they're on the edge of bankruptcy, I don't know why anybody would want to partner with them.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, it didn't fix all the problems. So what I was thinking at first when I heard about this is maybe they should do the software update and ask the guy to review the car again. But
Mhm.
now I'm thinking because let me see, let me bring you over to the next part. Hold on. So now, like, according to this phone call, it looks like the newest software update isn't going to fix all the problems anyway. So having the guy review it again will probably just make him look worse.
Oh no.
So let me show
Yeah,
you this part where he said that.
it's a bad look.
I'm the guy who comes in from the manufacturer with the different information to fix the car. So what we have right now is, and you've probably seen all the chatter on the internet, this 2.0 software.
Yeah.
It will fix a lot of problems, but it's not the holy grail of fixing Fisker. That I'll be quite candid about. It's still got some holes in it. We've still got some more software to redo. We've got a little bit more to revisit, but it will make the car markedly improved.
So the software update is not going to fix everything anyway.
Ouch.
I like to try to root for manufacturers that are based in the U.S. and they're based in California, but yeah, this is not looking good, and I can't hide my bias. I do not like Fisker, and I think they need to go bankrupt. That's what I think. What do you think, Dave?
Oh man, they dug themselves a hole. And this software engineers dug the hole deeper. Like this is just not a good look. It's like you just want to tell them like just stop talking, just don't do it.
Just
But
stop. It's over.
just stop. Yeah, I
You
don't think the
tried.
world. Yeah, exactly. I don't think the world's ready for stuff like this. So that's part of the reason people aren't seeking all electric vehicles in this class. It's just a very small market. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's a small market, and when it's a small market, like you got to really bring it. Like you can't bring something that's average or even below average. It's just not going to work.
No, you're shooting yourself in the foot. Yeah, they put themselves in a tough spot. Like I said, I'm kind of neutral on the company. I don't know a lot about them, but yeah, I think they've made poor decisions on the marketing side, on the release side. Yeah, mistakes have been made, and they got to do a lot now to try and fix this if they're gonna try and survive.
All right, well, perhaps it's going to be RIP to Fisker, and probably at least 3 people are going to be upset about that. So goodbye, Fisker. It's been
Yeah.
real. All right. Well, thanks you for tuning in. If anybody has a Fisker and you disagree with what I think about Fisker, please get in the comments and let me know what you think. And if you are happy that Fisker is going to be RIP soon, we are thinking, let me know that in the comments as well. Thank you for tuning in and have a good one.
Yep. See you guys.